The Corpse Reviver was a family of cocktails traditionally consumed after a night of heavy drinking. However, the category was a loose one, with no real shared characteristics, except that all the cocktails in this category were high-proof and served not over ice but straight. Hello there, my name is Yevgraf and this is Drinking Cocktails, so you can call me Dr. Cork. Today I'm going to make 3 Corpse Reviver cocktails. And let's begin with Corpse Reviver No.1. Its first written recipe was in the Savoy Cocktail book. It's a classic tome, everyone who likes cocktail history should read it. And in it, author and bartender Harry Craddock wrote, to be taken before 11 AM or whenever steam and energy are needed. Of course, you shouldn't drink at least before noon. Alcohol doesn't make you more energetic, but that's what Harry Craddock wrote. Corpse Reviver No.1 consists of cognac or brandy, apple brandy or calvados, and sweet vermouth. If you don't have calvados, you can use another apple brandy, but of course the flavor will change. The same goes for using brandy instead of cognac. You can use Spanish brandy, or there are actually a lot of tasty brandies out there. Some of them I like much better than cognac. The idea is you can change some of the ingredients for your liking and get the cocktail you like, not someone else. Let's begin. The cocktail is served in a cocktail glass and it is stirred, so no shaker needed. Firstly, let's chill the glass so it stays nice and cold. And let's start mixing the cocktail. First thing we need is a cognac. 1 ounce of cognac. Bye-bye. Then goes calvados, apple brandy. You can try using applejack, but traditionally it is calvados. And last but not least, sweet vermouth, 1/2 ounce or 15 ml. A little bit of ice and time to stir it. The more you stir such a cocktail, the more watered down it gets. But in this case, the cocktail is pretty strong, so it's not necessarily a bad thing. 20 seconds of stirring, discard the ice from the glass and strain the cocktail into our cocktail glass. There's no traditional garnish for this cocktail, so we just leave it at that. Ladies and gentlemen, Corpse Reviver No.1. If I were a corpse, I wouldn't have revived. It is very strong, as you can get from the ingredients. You should definitely water it down, as I did, maybe even more. I taste apple from the calvados, cognac, of course. I don't know if vermouth does anything except making it sweeter. Not my favorite one and not the most famous of Corpse Reviver cocktails. Corpse Reviver No.2 was also included in Harry Craddock's The Savoy Cocktail book, and like many Prohibition-era cocktails, it also faded into obscurity, and now, as more and more bartenders become interested in cocktail history, it is reinvigorated. It consists of gin, Lillet Blanc, which is a French aperitif, orange liqueur, preferably triple sec or Cointreau, and lemon juice. Also, it features a little bit of absinthe to rinse the glass. So let's start with doing that. In a chilled cocktail glass or coupe glass, we add a little bit of absinthe, 1/2 teaspoon. All we need to do is give the glass the aromatics of absinthe, so a little bit of anise. We won't be needing the absinthe itself, so we'll discard it in a minute, but while it gives its aromatics to the glass, let's shake the cocktail. First of all, gin. London Dry is best, 3/4 of an ounce or 22-23 milliliters of gin. A little bit of Lillet Blanc, it's semi-sweet, it's a nice flavor actually. Of course, in 1930s they used Quina Lillet, which is a different drink. It's similar, but they don't make Quina Lillet anymore. Then comes 3/4 of an ounce of orange liqueur, which is Cointreau in my case, and lemon juice. It's easy to remember because all the ingredients come in equal parts. 3/4 of an ounce or 20 to 23 milliliters. Ice to the shaker, and you guessed it, shake this cocktail. I'd like to dedicate this shake to all of you who have subscribed. Now we get rid of the excess absinthe. And now we double strain the cocktail into our glass. A little bit of essential oils from the lemon peel and the peel itself, just for garnish. And Corpse Reviver No.2 is ready. There's definitely absinthe in the aromatics. Not too much, but it is pronounced. Yeah, of course, it is much more balanced. It's still strong, but the acidity of lemon juice makes it more round, if you know what I mean. The first Corpse Reviver was a little bit of Manhattan style, and this one is more like a martini, but not the strong kind of martinis, but like apple martini or something like that. I get why it is the most popular variation of all the Corpse Revivers. And the last cocktail for today is Tequila Corpse Reviver. Created by blogger and recipe developer Matt Armato, this cocktail is complex and citrusy. The tequila applies a base layer of earth, spice and vegetal notes, while the blanc vermouth brings floral notes and the absinthe brings notes of bitter herbs and anise. This cocktail is shaken, so let's start. First thing we need is Blanco tequila, 3/4 of an ounce or 22.5 milliliters. Then goes the vermouth. You need white vermouth. I have extra dry. I'm guessing the sweet white vermouth would also work. Then we need triple sec or Cointreau, whatever you like better, 1/2 ounce or 15 ml. 3/4 of an ounce or 22 milliliters of lime juice. Where there is tequila, there is also lime. And then orange juice. We'll need 1/4 of an ounce or 7.5 milliliters, so just a little bit of orange juice. And absinthe. This time we are not going to discard it. 1 teaspoon straight into the mixing glass. A little bit of ice and a little bit of shaky. And double strain the cocktail into our cocktail glass. And there you have it, Tequila Corpse Reviver. It's sour. Orange juice actually gives it much needed sweetness. The flavor is pretty bland, I should say. For these ingredients, you think that it's gonna have more character. It's not bad, but it's almost like a long drink. Nothing offends you in there, but nothing steals your attention. It's an okay cocktail. And the funny thing is, we have absinthe in there. There's no absinthe aromatics whatsoever. Anyway, if you like tequila drinks, I think you'll like this. But my favorite, as everyone else's in the world, is Corpse Reviver No.2, of course. And that's it for today. Thanks for liking this video. You should subscribe and ring the bell. I try uploading videos every week. So write in the comments what cocktail should I make next. Thanks for watching and до свидания. I get why it is the most popular variation of all the Corpse Revivers. Because it's tasty. And the absinthe brings notes of bitter herbs and penis. And anise.